Oh boy, look what I done did. Done bought it. So yeah, I think I've probably just created a lot of work for myself today, but I've got to tell you, after 3 months of being down here in Florida and going to all of these different Encore resorts, I'm telling you, all of them, literally all of them, have the worst internet ever. And with that being said, I refuse to endure subpar internet any longer. So what did I do? I bought a signal booster. It's a kind of off-brand, probably Chinese made, but I'm going to experiment with it and then give you my final results. Maybe it'll be worth it. Especially considering that all of the other options, including WeBoost, are just about double. Maybe even 2.5 times the price of this one. And if it ends up being really good, if it ends up working out, this could become the brand new budget option for all of you van dwellers, all of you RV lifers, and all of you minimalist living entrepreneurs. And this right here is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm uploading a video right now. The video itself is only around 630 megabytes big. And I have been uploading, I would say, for probably the last, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, and it still says I have 2 hours and 5 minutes remaining. Do you know how brutal this is? Do you know how absolutely mind-boggling brutal this is? To have a file so small, do all the work to make sure that it's compressed nice and small, and the internet be so bad. These are the kinds of upload times that I'm going to get. It's just unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So this is the unit that I bought here. I'm not going to talk much about it yet. I would like to do just a little bit of an unbox, but I do want to kind of show everyone all the different parts and pieces that you can expect with a unit like this, because I don't really think that this shows all of it. I'm pretty sure that you get 2 different cables that go on each end, and then of course you're going to have to do some wire routing from the outside to the inside of your RV. This thing, like I said, is probably about 50% cheaper than the WeBoost Drive X or the X Drive or whatever the hell it's called. And so I at least wanted to give it a try. This is a multi-band type of signal booster, so it does have lots of different bands that cover Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint. Some of those cheaper ones that you're going to find out there, they're only like dual band, which is perfectly fine if you pick the right one for your carrier. But, you know, if you have other people that maybe want to stop by your RV and they've got a different carrier or something like that, then their signal is not going to be all that great. So at least with this one, we have multiband that covers all the major carriers, and we should be able to get a good signal no matter what band my phone in particular chooses, depending on my location. Okay, so right now, as this phone sits right where it's at, it's got 2 bars of LTE, which, you know, you would think would be pretty daggone good, but it's not. It's really not. Now, the next important factor is figuring out exactly what frequency band your phone is currently on. If you don't already know what frequencies your provider operates on, that's probably something that you're going to want to look into so that you can buy the appropriate antenna, or just opt for a slightly higher priced multi-band antenna like I got. So I'm going to go ahead and go into field test mode, and what you have to push to get into field test mode, at least on an iPhone, is hit *3001 pound 12345 pound star, and then hit the call button, and that'll bring up all of your device info and specifically LTE. All right, so we're looking at the serving cell. So it's right here in number 3, the serving cell info. And you can see that I'm on frequency band 12 on this one. And so now I know for a fact that the antenna that I got will, in fact, boost this particular cell signal. And if I'm reading this correctly, and if I'm not, someone can correct me, but the response rate is generally where you're going to find what the actual decibel gain, meaning what the signal strength is of the current tower that you're hitting. And if I'm reading mine correct, it's negative 118 decibels. That's not very good. Okay, so this is the unit that I ended up buying. I think it's made by a company called Ant, or like Antlent. It's ANNLENT. So antenna, not very big, but I didn't need it to be. I believe this is the internal rebroadcaster. This is the roof mount for your car or vehicle. 12 volt adapter, and the actual booster itself. So overall, pretty small, but this feels nice and robust. It doesn't feel like it's going to break very easily at all. So that's what I was mainly worried about. I just didn't want this part to be like a cheap plastic. I didn't want it to be, you know, just trash. This actually feels pretty substantial, and for roughly $265, it ought to. You should be getting a quality piece. All right. So I've been out here in my truck testing it because honestly, I wasn't very impressed with the performance on the inside. So I had mounted it up here on the roof. I kind of feel like there's just too many obstacles. So I almost want to just go ahead and mount it up on the roof of the RV. The problem is that my RV is aluminum. It's not steel. So magnets don't work, because aluminum is not magnetic whatsoever. So, but it did, in fact, increase the signal by about 19 or 20 decibels. And in many cases, that is the difference between a completely trash and unusable signal and one that is honestly pretty tolerable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit fiddling with it here in the car, and I'm going to try and get all this stuff together, and I'm going to try and get it up and routed into the camper. So I'm going to try and mount it somewhere up top. I might have to get a little piece of plate steel and then VHB tape it to the top of the RV, and then I need to run the cable down into the camper, into this unit, and I have to get this thing close enough to a 12 volt outlet so I can plug it in. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to test fit this, you know, just giving it its due diligence. I got the outside antenna going through the door. It's up there on the roof, just kind of pointing in a general, you know, omnidirection. And this is what's weird. They put the power cord side on the outside antenna side. Like, makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, so I just kind of got the antenna draped here, just trying to test fit. I just did a speed test, and those are the speeds I just got. So my bars did not increase, but my speeds went up dramatically. Okay, so I've been playing with this, I don't know, for the last 2 hours or so. I'm not impressed, like, at all. Okay, so the RSRP0 reading is at negative 119 decibels. Okay, that's as close to trash as you can get. It's ranging. Now it's at negative 121. Now it's at negative 116. Right now the booster is off. So now let me go turn the booster on, and let's see if these signals actually improve. Okay, so the booster is now on, and the signal paddle, you know, the thing that rebroadcasts the signal in your place, it's probably, I don't know, 8 feet away. We have a negative 118 decibels. Okay, so literally no improvement. I mean, how do you spend $275 on any product? I mean, I don't care what it is, and it has, like, literally zero effect. Now look, I realize that not everyone is going to, you know, put out a bang up product or whatever, but, you know, I am full timing, so I am trying to find things that are going to actually improve my life, uncomplicate my life, and just having to, like, move my phone around and do it, like, if it can't broadcast in an RV a signal strong enough to dramatically improve the signal, So with the antenna up on the roof, as high as I can potentially get it, in an environment that I'm generally going to be in, if it literally provides no signal gain boost, I mean, and that's really what we're having to look at. Did it improve the decibels on the phone? Not necessarily the upload or the download speeds. Those are fun to check out, but they can vary quite a bit. But if you can have no booster and have a crappy decibel reading, and then you turn a booster on that's right there, and you also don't get any better of a signal in the decibel reading, I mean, you had one job. I mean, you had one job, my friend. I mean, can you boost the signal, or can't you boost the signal? I mean, this is 2019, my friends. I mean, we put a dude on the moon and communicate back and forth at the speed of light over 50 years ago. So why we can't make this stuff work in 2019, where this phone is more powerful than all of the computers that were on that spacecraft. Something's going on here, and I don't like it. So anyway, I feel like this is a complete bust. I don't know, I might play around with it for the next couple of days because I really can't return it until like Monday or Tuesday or whatever. So I'll see if it gets any better. It probably won't. But if I was going to be checking out any more boosters for my RV, it's probably not going to be from Ant Lint. I got some belly button lint for you. Probably work a little bit better too. At any rate, I figured I would at least share these results and my woes with you all. I was just about to upload the video and then I realized what a moron I was. This is basically a very small area booster. It's basically made for your car. It's not meant to do long distance rebroadcasting. And I use my phone mainly as a personal hotspot anyway. So I decided to put my phone directly on the rebroadcasting paddle, and oh my god, we are talking a significant boost in the decibels. So I think that if you're going to use it for that specific purpose, if you're going to just try to use your phone or a Wi-Fi or MiFi hotspot, put it directly on this little paddle, save yourself $150 to $200, and perhaps forego those higher priced options. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys again on the next one. Peace.